Alright, hey, what's going on, guys? This is Mast, and welcome back to some more Deadlock. The timing of this could not be worse, because in the last video I put a little comment saying we'd be having, like, live commentaries going forward. Today I recorded what was not intended to be a post-commentary, but is now going to be a post-commentary, because it was my warm-up game. I wasn't going to, like, actually record it, I just, like, had OBS going, but I wasn't, like, doing commentary for it, and then this game ended up being absolutely stupid, and so even though the timing is incredibly ironic, I thought, like, I had to upload this in some format, so we're doing a post commentary today. I don't think we'll be seeing too many of those outside of like straight up edited guide type content in the near future. But this game was silly, man, and we did return. I brought up the last time we uploaded it, given I've only uploaded it the one time. Don't mind me just absolutely trolling that minion. It's been a minute since I played Haze. Yeah, I brought up, I wanted to get like the dream nap time video. Maybe not even the dream. I wanted to get the nap time Haze video that was properly long that I didn't get the first time around when I uploaded it. I'd spent like a day trying to get games on her. I think I kept getting short games if I remember right. And so that first nap time Haze video, we barely got to see the Echo Shard double dagger stuff. And we just got to see the rest of the build, which is still funny, but is nowhere near as funny. And this game got properly long. It got properly deathmatchy, and I went absolutely crazy in it. But we actually have a little bit of a chill laning phase. I don't know if I maybe that's spoilers. It's a Vindicta. She's playing kind of scared. In general, like if she's playing far back on a ranged character, when we're trying to do a melee Haze build, we're probably not going to get super active. So we're going to have a relatively chill laning phase. We'll scale into it. Which is going to be pretty common on this build, because we're going ammo scav to start, into spirit strike, into melee lifesteal. So if you're able to get into punch range, you can get very active with those daggers, especially once you get the cooldown upgrade. But otherwise, like, our gun damage is non-existent right now. It's so bad, because our first two items are spirit that lack weapon damage. And then we're going melee lifesteal, right? So like our weapon damage comes online so slow. And then also with the leveling order, because I want to actually get that dagger cooldown quick, we're also not getting our 3 as quick as I'd like. So that's just so bad. Like we have technically the base rank 3, but the first rank in 3 is so big for Haze. So the early game's a little tame on this if you're shooting bullets, not so tame if you're landing daggers and punching. But if you guys haven't seen the first nap time video, the whole thing we're doing with this build is we are scaling spirit very hard on Haze, because Haze dagger scaling, unless it got slightly nerfed or something, I don't think it did, is 2.8. 2.8 spirit scaling on dagger is absolutely stupid. It outscales Grey Talon 1 when you get it fully maxed, when you get the 5th point in it. And it does that from base rank. So the ranks that we're getting in here are first rank. Wait, what does the first rank do? Jeez, wait a minute. I think first rank takes stamina. I think the first rank takes stamina, which I don't really care that much. It's like -1 stamina. Warden has the same thing on his one at some point. And then the second rank is the big one that just straight up like halves the cooldown. I think either exactly or almost exactly. I believe we go from 26-second cooldown on dagger to 13-second. And then finally, the last rank I don't actually care that much about. It's bullet resist shred, which is actually pretty good because that includes punch damage. However, it's so many points, and then the rest of Haze abilities are so crazy to level that I actually tend to prioritize it super late. Because the 2 you can get really zoomy with, you can lower the cooldown on. The ult, of course, is one of the most disgusting ults in the game. And Haze 3 basically makes her do double damage with bullets as you scale it up. So even though it's capable of doing a lot, it's capable of being pretty fun. We're going to prioritize the last rank class. And then in the meantime, we'll be farming quite a bit. We'll be getting the build online. I've got Spirit Strike, Ammo Scav, Basic Mag, Melee Lifesteal. So for the most part, gun damage still pretty lacking at the moment. Nice little sleep. We don't really get to do much. She's so far up, I have to go through so many minions and like give up farm to go try and kill her there. So we're not going to be going for like some sort of crazy melee, because I don't know how I possibly reach it in time without trolling. Even if I don't have to worry about minions, I don't know if I can possibly reach her up there. But we do still get some decent damage. And you can already see, like, right now we've got 28 spirit. So, the extra scaling we're getting on dagger is already going to be almost 90 bonus damage at 4 minutes in, which is pretty ridiculous. So, that's Ammo Scav putting in work. It did get nerfed not too long ago. If I remember right, it's capable of giving you 4 less spirit power. I think what they did, if I remember right, it's been a minute, man. I think they took off 2 of the potential stacks for Ammo Scav. So now you can get up to 24 spirit power. Otherwise, you get up to 28. But either way, like, as an item, it's capable on its own of giving you like 70 extra dagger damage in one item that's 500 souls. So it's a little ridiculous. And it's definitely like the first item that we're buying in this build. But as we get deeper into the game, we'll be getting a lot more spirit power online through things like improved spirit, surge of power. We'll be getting superior duration, so the dagger sleep time lasts extra long. An important note to anybody that's not super familiar with Haze is while there is the wake up time, that's like, actually that's kind of the wrong stat I'm using. There's the sleep time is I think what most people would think of when they're playing as Haze against Haze, whatever, because normally you're not building a stupid amount of spirit damage or anything like that. But the nap time is just straight up 3 seconds. So, like, okay, you're going to wake them up, right? But they have a 0.1 second wake up time that you can scale absurdly hard if you're building heavy enough into it to a 1 second wake up time, which basically means after you do damage to them when they've been slept, they're stunned for a second. So then you can do that with Haze where you're scaling the damage stupid hard with the daggers, you're still hitting pretty hard with your weapons, they're stunned for a second, and then we can echo shard it, and we can get an entire extra second dagger with an extra second stun, and that's where the build gets absurd. So when we get super deep into the build, we'll be able to do some really dumb things. Here I figured I've just kind of been getting bored in this lane, so we'll look for a little rotation. Go for the little heavy punch combo. Yeah, it hits pretty hard when we can actually reach somebody. And then I was hoping we could just ever catch him here and get an angle without just dying to minion slash Geist. But we kind of just died to minion slash Geist, as well as pocket ult. But they get to clean him up with a great talent ult, so it's still a decent gank, even though it wastes my time really hard. Yeah, do miss quite a bit of farm for it, but at least we actually get to go do something with ourselves and not just be bored farming for too long. I was kind of content to farm in the very beginning of the game because I was just warming up for the day, just waking up. And then I feel like pretty quickly around this stage of the game, I started getting to the point where it's like, she had better do something or I'm going to get bored and I'm just going to go run out lanes. Which is actually not too troll on Haze for the most part. While you do want to scale into the late game with any Haze build, yeah, like right here, she's playing back. She's playing really slow again and they're pushed up on tower, so we just run straight back. Might as well, right? Why not?
Nap time.
Easy little nap time. Easy little, I don't know why she got out of that. She maybe lived because of that. She shouldn't have been woken up so quick. I don't know if Shiv trolled a little bit and woke her up with a shotgun bullet. Don't mind Pocket diving between towers to try and kill me. Nice try, Bozo. Yeah, I don't know if Shiv woke her up with a, oh, you know what? She was probably Shiv bled. I actually didn't think about that until just now. That's such a terrible interaction. Yeah, she probably just had a Shiv dagger in her, so she automatically got woken out of sleep. If she really was cooking right there, she was really ready to wake up when I go for the heavy punch, she even could have parried me, and oh my god, I would have been dead as hell. But normally, classic Haze combo, especially when you build into some punch items like we're building into, it's pretty classic to go for sleep, don't shoot them, don't let them take damage, and wake them up with a heavy punch, and then you can shoot a little bit after that. And that's like the biggest burst combo, at least early game, that you have for where we're still using the sleep time and not as much the wake up time that we'll be using later on in the game that's basically just a straight up stun. One of the things that's really cool about this build, a lot of CCs in this game are very heavily counterable by stuff like Ethereal Shift, Unstoppable, and Debuff Remover, depending on the CC. And one thing that's cool about Haze Dagger to begin with, as well as Double Dagger Haze, is that unless they know it's coming and they pop it in advance, they can't get rid of it. They just have to wait it out. So if you're timing things right, they're just getting obliterated, and it's such a tilting crowd control to get hit by. But so many other CCs in this game are a lot more predictable. Like crazy CCs like Wraith ult are going to be catching up to you. You can just pop that Ethereal Shift before it catches up. Abrams too, you can hear it coming, instantly panic pop your relic, stuff like that. So there's so many things you can see coming a lot more. And then not only that, but your invis doesn't, you can cast it while invis. So when you're in your smoke cloud or whatever it's called, you can throw the dagger and then it doesn't get broken. Like meleeing, shooting somebody, something like that'll break the invis, but the dagger actually doesn't. I don't think you can hear it right now. At least I can't hear it right now. I'd heard her doing camp, so I tried to gank her right here. Check this out, man. She got woken up by the creep. How troll is that? She got woken up by the jungle creep. It aggroed on her because she'd barely shot her, or she'd barely shot it. I don't know if I kill her for sure because she was full HP and I don't hit crazy hard right now. And she can fly. If it wasn't for flight, then I'd probably get a kill her there, but she can get a lot of distance, so it'd be hard to like stick to her with ult or whatever. I did have rank 1 of ult at this point, so the ult hit pretty hard. But that was crazy. And even she acknowledged it, the 99 luck. Honestly, it happens on Haze. It happens. This one was a little more unique to me, where it was a straight up jungle creep. Like teammates accidentally waking people up. Oh, it's gonna happen all the time. Try and not be a dickhead about it when they do it. But but I think jungle creep, and a single jungle creep at that she'd barely hit. I think that's a first for me. I was trying to find these guys that were underneath. Go to sleep, Bozo.
You're nothing to me.
Actually, like, I feel like it could be better, but I feel like the aim this game was not too atrocious considering like it's just me starting the day on an actual aim character. Because I've been playing a whole lot of not aim character. Like, I'm assuming we'll see Pocket video very soon, if not literally just tomorrow. Very soon, I think we'll see Pocket, who's not really that much of an aimer. Played Abrams recently, been playing a little bit of... Actually, I guess Shiv kind of is an aimer. Been playing a little bit of Shiv. A lot of shotgun characters lately. So, I was very satisfied that I mostly have not potatoed too much in this game. You know, maybe a little bit. Maybe not the best, but mostly have not potatoed too much. Especially, they did nerf the Haze dagger hitbox a little while ago. And I've played her incredibly little since then. Oh my god, I really wanted to catch her head flying out of the air there. It was so close. Because she dropped so close off the zipline. I didn't expect her to come that close, but I figured I'd give it a... Why is it saying I'm too far, and then I, like, don't move closer, and now I'm not too far? It's a little nonsense right there. I don't know if I've particularly seen that in general. I don't remember that being, like, a bug that I've dealt with. By the way, I have a stupid amount of points to spend. Normally in my builds... I should have it in this build. I think it, like, bugged out at some point. Because I haven't touched this build in a while, and I definitely had the point set up for it. But we might have a lot of ability points that I need to spend right now. I don't remember for sure what point I'm on. Maybe I'm just about to upgrade the 3 to max. But normally I have the like little suggested thing will pop up and I'm like, oh, it's time. So I may be being dumb. I'm not totally sure. Because for some reason it was not set to actually show me those this time around. And I had to actually think about it. We might just be on the final rank of the 3. Could be what it is. Do I notice now? I think I'm still kind of clueless. So we'll do a little jungling where we can. With this build on Haze specifically, not that you'd normally have Ricochet at 9k souls, like it's still very early in the game for it, but in general with this build, one of the very big downsides is, for one thing, your ult is very nerfed. Yeah, no, I'm just not spending, I'm just trolling. We're going to spend a lot more points in the 2 than I normally recommend here, just because we get so much more value out of the 2 in this build. But like a normal Haze build where you're building way more heavily into like weapon damage, ricochet, silencer, unstoppable, like the normal ult Haze build that most people build, or at least something like that, would not recommend leveling the 2 quite as hard this early. It is actually like the levels can do quite a bit, but so much of this build is focused on invis in, land a dagger, delete their face, they're gone. And we're also punching a bit, which makes the 3 a little less important, but especially we're not tending to stack the 3 as hard as you would on a lot of Haze builds, since you're relying so much more heavily around the dagger sleep time. But what I was going to finish saying is we have such worse farm time, especially as we get deep into the build, because there's no ricochet, there's a lack of weapon damage, so much of the scaling is going towards spirit, which will scale our 2 duration, our ult duration, our ammo count, which is kind of helpful, and just the sleep dagger damage. And so... Oh, right here we got a little sneaky with her. There was no Geist, which makes this so much easier, because there was a Geist looking to push with her, and I think she just thought it was such a dead tower that she dipped out. So now poor Vindicta's getting it, but she's kind of a speedy girl. She actually got away from me so quickly here. So we'll try and stick. We'll get up the little rope, see if we can get a little verticality here. Unfortunately, I didn't quite have my kinetic dash in time, so I wasted a little stamina. And then I found a pocket, and then I happened to find a Vindicta same time, get a punch. Melee charge going crazy, man. Is that what it's called? I think it's called melee charge, the heavy punch item. Yeah, that distance was wild. I mean, it was even to the point, she was kind of invis through Veil, so it's hard to tell for sure. I feel like sometimes the melee, I don't think the light melee hitbox is very nonsense. The heavy melee hitbox can get nonsense. I think there was even some nonsense thrown in on top there. Not only are we getting the ridiculous range through the Veil, basically invis, although I don't think to her it would have been 2 invis. For me it was. But I think we might have even got a little extra range on that too. I should have secured those. I didn't think anybody was there. I got lazy. I just wanted to farm fast and dip.
Big camp with me.
Shiv wants me to tag the big 3 camp, so we'll help him out with that a little bit, even though I don't contribute a whole lot to it. I mean, it's not terrible. I don't know. I probably do about as much as he does. Although I guess he has Torment Pulse. But yeah, no Ricochet. If you're really going for like a big farm build on Haze, you could have hypothetically have Ricochet by about now. Around 13k in, it's feasible to have it. We are not going to be getting it literally ever. If it was like a 50-minute game or something, maybe at some point I'd bother to get Ricochet just for our ultimate. But we're going to very heavily focused around single target burst damage and then almost exclusively be focused on spirit scaling, not weapon scaling. Like Mystic Shot we're getting because it's a little extra burst and it has a little bit of spirit power on it. And it's just good to round out your weapon slots. Have a punch! Like, look at that, man! Poor Kelvin, you've got to be kidding me. I don't know why we're walking into a Haze ult. Yeah, we're not scaling weapons super hard, but she does take like 1k in 2 seconds there, so the ult still hits plenty hard. which is part of why this build's not trash. It's mostly just funny. That's too bad, man. If I read that a little bit better, if I was ready for her to climb it so absurdly fast, we could have caught her right there. I don't know what that little effect was. I saw a little purple something right there that I figured was, maybe it was Wraith. Yeah, because she just died right there. Oh, that's a good dagger. Unfortunately, she got woken up and then walled off the wake up, which is kind of tragic. Great Talon one didn't hit super hard. So I probably, if I could have gotten there to melee, she probably dies. And then he goofed the Great Talon ult too, unfortunately. So we actually don't quite get a killer even though she was so caught out. That's a lot of boys. Yeah, we might want to dip it up. Kelvin's clearly got a grudge from last time. Try and just fight him through the veil a little bit. Which really isn't a particularly good fight for me because I'm the one I'm the one who doesn't get to see through it at all. So that makes it a little bit rough. But worked out well. Team cleaned up, so we actually get to put them both down. We can just back it up on 1 HP off the pocket ult. Go maybe get... I was going to say go maybe get a little something. I don't think we have any T2s left. Enduring Speed?
No, I'm so mad I missed
We have no slots. Like Duration Extender would be a T2, but we can't really get it yet. So already a really good start to the game. This build is very snowbally. If your team is behind, it is absolutely terrible in general circumstances, because the more that their team is able to group and team fight, naturally the worse this build's going to get, because the normal Haze build is like play entirely around giant team fight ults, so naturally very team fight oriented character. This build is the exact opposite. Play very much for picks, catch people out one-on-one. And then it requires scaling more than normal Haze. You're so item dependent where like normally getting Ricochet done, getting Silencer done are really big spikes, but otherwise you can still just play the game and do things. Whereas like you need the spirit damage in this build to just not be like kind of potato if they're starting to outscale you. So something to keep in mind. This game's off to a good start. We're snowballing pretty well. My farm's not crazy just because you can't farm super hard with this build to begin with. And we are going for quite a few picks. Look at that damage, man. Poor Kelvin. 450 dagger to the face. Gets CC'd, gets caught out of position by multiple people, and eats 450 in one burst, and we're still on T1, T2 spirit items. I guess actually I just got improved burst, huh? Never mind. Never mind. That's probably a decent chunk of the damage right there. But still, it's gross, man. It's gross. And because it scales so hard off spirit, even though improved burst is nice, you can actually argue that unlike a lot of people with bursty abilities, Haze, you could argue it's actually bad to get that over something like Improved Spirit or Surge of Power. Look at the zoom, man. Poor Wraith wanted to ult me here. To be fair, maybe she got peeled by Abrams. I'm not totally sure. Maybe he 2'd her off. But we got so much space right there off the 2. And I did put 2 points in it earlier, which is a big reason we actually got to get that far is we get... Actually, would we have been sprinted it all there? I don't know if we would have been. Oh yeah, we also have Quicksilver on the 1, which is going to give us 65 extra spirit damage, at least on the first one that we've cast in a while. Which is actually a really big chunk, and then the extra fire rate on top too. So I'm kind of right now looking between, like if anybody is remotely out of position, oh baby, we're looking for picks. But then other than that, we're definitely still looking to farm and scale up because there's a lot of spirit damage items, or spirit power items, I should say, that I definitely want to get done right now. Because I want to get duration going at some point soon. We have a flex slot open for it at the moment. Since we have those 2 walkers down now, I really want to get improved spirit. I want to get Surge of Power, which is also a spot that we have a flex spot open for. As we get deeper and deeper into the game, when you're farming less, you can definitely sell Ammo Scav at some point. It's kind of just something to feel out. Because Ammo Scav is crazy enough, man. It's practically improved spirit in terms of the actual spirit power, assuming you're keeping it stacked. And those stacks last a while, but if you're getting into spots where you're straight up PvPing, not farming at all for a little while, or you're just running around not farming for a while, then you'll lose those stacks and it takes a while to stack them up. So that's definitely an item that we can look to get rid of soon if we actually need the slot. If we need to fit another spirit item in. So I think right now, given the amount of farm, I am assuming we're looking for that little extra baby bit and we can go get an Echo Shard going already, which is a little early, but it's when you get the fun online, right? 19-minute Echo Shard to double dagger people. We're not going to get crazy CC times. I want to buy at that shop, but there's like no boxes around. So I'll go grab a few souls real quick.
Behind this raid?
Yeah, we're not going to have a crazy... Let's see if I'll check it here. Because I feel like it makes sense to check the actual wake-up time. No, I won't. It would have been awfully convenient if I did. I'm assuming right now we have like a 0.35 second wake-up time, something like that. That will scale up pretty quick momentarily. So now we can actually double dagger people. If we're hitting both of those on somebody, it's probably doing 900-ish damage, something like that. I don't know why I just missed on the minion for like an entire second. I don't know what's wrong with me. Maybe I was looking at something. Maybe I can cope with that. I think we're going to rotate purple here to try and catch them again. So I wanted to shove out the yellow wave because it was so pushed. There was like, I mean, we killed like 10, 15 minions. And now McGinnis is shoving a giant wave over in purple looking for the split. Barely missed that. Tragic, man. But we do still get the punch combo into the ult. I don't know, did she wall earlier and I'm being dumb? She definitely should have looked for the wall on me. Assuming she at least had stun. I don't know how easy it would have been to actually wall me off, but if she stunned ult, that would have been a really big way to stall. She's dead as hell there. I don't think there's any way she lives because we had the Abrams coming in too. And she was already going to be like pretty low to begin with. But I feel like she maybe could have bought some space for herself, bought a little time. Back into sneak mode as we gank Vindicta and Wraith in mid. This is a good little push on their part. They're finishing off the last Guardian. This poor girl. I don't know what happened. What the hell happened there? So this caught me off guard. I remember this in real time. I was like, where did my second dagger go? I think it actually just faded into the... I think Echo Shard straight up bugged. Because I slept, I was invis to gank, so I couldn't have been refreshing my 2 there. And also the cooldown was down when I popped Echo Shard. But I never got 2 daggers. And I didn't think I saw an animation. I don't think there was a spot where I would have missed the second dagger. I think it just didn't give it to me, which is really weird. I don't think we ever had it in a spot that mattered this game. I don't know if I've seen that before, but I'm pretty sure Echo Shard just actually didn't give me my cooldown back. Maybe somehow it did something weird where if you time it very awkwardly, maybe you can refresh your 3 or something. Maybe you can reproc stacks. I doubt it. That'd be pretty dumb. So, I don't know. I checked the wake up time right there. You guys can rewind it. I don't know what it was. I'm assuming right now, since we have duration, it's probably like 0.5 second wake up time. Somewhere around there, since we've got duration going. We're up to 115 spirit power already. Now, surely it's... Yeah, no, actually, it should be something like that, because I think when we get to 200-ish is when it gets to 1 second wake-up time. And we've already got the duration on it. So, yeah, that's where it gets real fun, is getting Surge of Power, getting Improved Spirit, and then getting Boundless Spirit. Gets so silly for how long the stuns will last. Poor Vindicta, just falling out of the sky. I can't land anything, man. I'm choking. I'd probably keep going right there if it wasn't for how slow our attacks are going to get from Kelvin. We can't reach ult from that range, and then we're getting slowed off, and we're getting attack speed slowed off, so I don't really get to play the game right there. So we just kind of disengage and wait for Dagger to come back up, or look for an alternate angle to get in. I'd seen Wraith on the map here dipping out what looked like under the tunnel, so we're going to try and catch her down here. Just, I don't think she knows, but she can maybe feel it coming. Don't mind me choking. Don't mind me choking? Yeah, this wasn't my finest moment. No, you don't get to do this. Probably. Maybe not. She doesn't have ult. Yeah, Haze ult disgusting. She got a little too close. She kept chasing. I think she just wanted to land cards. I'm pretty sure I knew she didn't have ult there is the only reason I even like considered fighting it, because I would have been so dumpstered there if I had my ult taken by hers. Try and help out the Shiv. The poor guy's caged. There's 1 dagger, big damage. Another dagger, big damage. Kind of a tanky boy. I don't have the angle to get headshots on him since he's running away. So, yeah, I think if we could have possibly been landing headshots there, or if we could have chased farther because there's not a Geist dealing my entire health bar to me, then maybe we get to kill Kelvin. But kind of a tanky boy, man. We did stupid damage to him right there. I think that was like almost 2k, if not straight up 2k damage, and actually still gets out with a little bit. So, I mean, not a crazy surprise. We're definitely out farming him by quite a bit, but he's generally somebody that'll tend to build some defense. 2k health is definitely very reasonable. We've got almost the same right now. But kind of tragic, man. Didn't quite get it done. So the power spikes we'll be looking for next are definitely going to be, since we don't have flex spots at the moment, we're definitely going to be looking for improved spirit. Normally Surge of Power ideally is even better because you're getting a similar amount of spirit. You're actually getting overall more and putting it on the 1. And then you almost exclusively care about the spirit for the 1. Like overall, it's cool to get the extended duration of your 2 and your ultimate from spirit. So like you do hypothetically miss out on that, but it basically doesn't matter once you get to a high point. Like right now, I think our ult lasts minimum 10 seconds at the moment. The 2 should be lasting 20 plus seconds at the moment. Like eventually when you fully scale the build, the 2 will last so long that you can just 2 again the moment it runs out. Actually, we can maybe already do that. Maybe gonna find out. I don't know if I'll be able to catch anybody right here. Like we're already halfway through. Okay, it's actually not even close. Yeah, we can probably do this at like 60 spirit power once we have duration. Do get a little sleep on him there, but it's gonna be hard to do a whole lot here. Try and look for the ult, but he gets to zoom out too hard with the Kelvin too. Yeah, I was kind of scuffing this stage a little bit, man. Could have been playing it so much cleaner right here if we can land these stupid daggers. You're gonna hunt him down though because he went for the dome. He just had to try and dome. He just had... Really thought he'd be dead to that because Infernus was beaming him? I don't know how he wasn't. Oh, see, like we can land him sometimes. That was pretty clean. Bebop just lasers her down from the sky. I think. I'm pretty sure he was doing a little majestic leap orbital cannon Bebop build right here, which we're going to do at some point soon. I haven't really been wanting to play Bebop too much for quite a while, but oh my god, do I want to do some orbital cannon nonsense. His pull's kind of boring to me at this point. He just feels, I don't know how to explain it. He's so over-cheesed that I kind of don't want to play him because like all the cheese has been done. But I think orbital cannon's funny, so we'll probably do that for a video soon, which is basically just build a ton of spirit, go majestic leap, launch into the sky and ult people and try and kill them. And it's not hard to do because Bebop ult hits so absurdly hard. Such a ridiculous ability. Oh my goodness, thinks she gets to push. Adorable. She kind of knew, I think. So we're trying to go... Echo Shard also got nerfed a little while ago, by the way. One thing that's definitely an inconvenience to this build is there's like a straight up, we're kind of stunning ourselves. Not stunning ourselves, that's a weird way to put it. We're stuck in animation for like 0.3 seconds with Echo Shard. Whereas before it was just like instant. So it's definitely a nerf to this build. And that's part of why that kill on McGinnis was a lot slower than it would have been otherwise. I think if it wasn't for that nerf, I probably could have killed her pretty much like before she got to play the game at all. Where she actually had a little window of opportunity towards the very end. I think right here, I just wanted to peel for Abrams, who was dipping out. Because they had enough boys that I didn't really want to be like trying to fight this. Like they have like 3 people here. Which is a little spooky. Probably play a little chill, play a little more around the team. By the way, I gotta try this tech. This guy was telling Abrams about I think he was saying if you heavy punch and then 1, like if you heavy punch in the air and then 1, it preserves momentum. So I'm gonna have to try that at some point. Oh my god, man, I was feeling so goofy. I was thinking about typing tee. Oh my god, man. Imagine thinking you're gonna hurt my boy, my Grey Talon, my beautiful old man. The nerve. Of course he's air dashes like the very moment I go for the sleep. Okay, I think if this is a speed McGinnis build, we're getting absolutely annihilated right there. I don't know how many of you guys would have seen that by now. If you go, I mean, honestly, it's kind of the normal McGinnis build at the moment, but playing more around Ultimate. There's a build where you can pop stuff like Fleetfoot, Heroic Aura, which is already crazy for turrets to begin with, and Zoom, and then just ult people, and then just like run them down with giant AoE ult. It's pretty funny. It's something I'll probably run in a video at some point not too long from now, because I already want to do a turret build on McGinnis soon. So we're 11-0 right now. Playing the Haze Assassin pick. Objective-wise, we're not doing great. Actually, we're doing pretty good. Realistically, we should be like looking to win the game more by now than we have. I think a lot of the team in general has been having fun TDMing, and then I'm definitely having fun TDMing. So, hasn't been the sweatiest objective-wise, which is a nice change of pace for me, man. Because I keep getting into like serious sweaty games with like former pros in various games, and it's driving me up a wall. And I want those like more mellow games that are just people playing at like a pretty high level and just like vibing and having fun. Which very much this game seemed to be the case for, I think, probably both sides mostly. I mean, they were probably having less fun because they were losing, but like they weren't playing super sweaty. Would have been valid if they were. And then our team definitely wasn't playing super sweaty. Have a nip. Yeah, that was like 700 damage right there, by the way. And then I really was feeling it, so we just stood on the statue and beamed a little bit. We established a little dominance right there. Try and wait around the Echo Shard a little bit, see if we can pick anybody. This is a lot of the build. I think I remember this exact spot, because I think we're going to straight up go like Hunter mode right here. See if anybody goes to push out left, they don't. See if Vindicta will push up on green. She doesn't. But Geist is pushing up. Oh, silly Geist is pushing up. The nerve. Thinking she gets to farm slightly outside of her base. So we'll see if we can dagger her. Boom, 700. Come on. Oh my, I got so soft because of her ult right there. I think I could have killed her if I wasn't so soft. Now it does come into play with the duration. I think I was way too soft. If I go for the heavy punch, if I shoot just a tiny bit, and then I hit her with the second one, especially one thing important now that they nerfed Echo Shard, is ideally you want a 2-1 Echo Shard, which will pop you out of invis when you Echo Shard, by the way. The dagger won't, but the Echo Shard will. Then heavy punch, then shoot. That way you're like not interrupting your actual damage. Yeah, so poor Haze. Poor Haze managed to quickly get a pick on Grey Talon and then proceeds to not play the game for her entire health bar. And we don't have tier 4 spirit. We don't have, actually, okay, other than that, we mostly have the build done, to be fair. We're 30 minutes in, we just don't have tier 4 spirit. We're about to get it done right now. I'm literally trying to farm up to finish Boundless Spirit. So yeah, that right there, that's the peak, man. Ish. We also get to have, I guess, only 120 bullets, but with melee charge and with Quicksilver reload, we can get like 200 plus bullets too, which is pretty funny. Like so many bullets that you basically just don't run out unless you're just farming. So Boundless Spirit will get us to 180 Spirit. Hopefully can pull a little nonsense on poor McGinnis right here. If she dares to go for Walker, you greedy girl. I have to like not have a minion take this. Actually managed to get the little baby angle. We do it again. She's insanely tanky. She's dead though. How tanky is this girl? I think I peeked her build after this. I'm not totally sure. Yeah. And then I didn't see it, but maybe I was just blind. I don't think she had anything that should be nerfing my damage there. And she was actually building, yeah, she had like spirit armor. So I think it was just her 2 putting in absolute work. I don't remember for sure. I'm assuming she was sitting in her 2 there. So I feel like that had to be it, because I don't, oh, you know what? Actually, I was forgetting, she has like 25% inherent spirit resist on McGinnis. That's probably what it is, man. She inherently hard nerfs double dagger build. I actually forgot about that until this very moment. Like, what is this? This is what I mean. When we got like a 20-ish minute nap time Haze game, I was like, it's funny, but it's not as funny as it can be. It's not as funny as once we get it scaled. This is what it's capable of, man. They don't get to play the game, they just get to die. I don't have Echo Shard here, so we don't just get to inherently kill her. Also, there's 30 people. Also, I'm dying. They got, oh, we barely got, that Vindictus Snipe missed by so little, and it absolutely would have killed me. I remember yelling into team comms that I fucked up when I got cursed or whatever happened. I think I'd gotten cursed there. I fucked up. Somehow we got away with that. I absolutely expected to die there. I wanted that to be like my cinematic death call right there. The sound of whatever Katie Haze is at right now dying. Yeah, these are what I need in my life, man. I brought up in a recent video. I'll talk about it just a little bit now. That I was thinking about making an alt account for memes. As long as the memes are relevant enough, I have no issue playing with them on my main account, but I want to do some really stupid things. And basically the idea is I'd have to spend time leveling an account to like, if right now I believe my MMR would be the equivalent of like Masters, like second from the top, not cream of the crop, definitely not like top 50, but probably like top 500, top 1,000 players, something like that. Because I regularly get into games with people that are in like top 50, top 100, because I see them in the top games. I just don't quite get in the games that are only them, you know? So it's hard to go magic carpet first item with, you know, when I'm playing in games that are that sweaty. Maybe every once in a while I'll luck out enough that I get in a game where like I am absolutely, that was a terrible ultimate. I did not think she would jump over the top and then warp stone out. Might have been a little bit of an oopsie on my part. So it's hard to meme as hard as I'd like to meme. I don't want to make a new account and like stomp noobs or anything. I would try and get a noob account, or not, should not say noob account, new account that I could then grind up to whatever would be the equivalent of like platinum diamond. So it's just a little lower, a little more reasonable. And then the reason it would sit there is because I'd build dumb shit. So the matchmaking would get balanced. I'd get it to the point where the matchmaking's balanced, but it's balanced around me building dumb shit. Does that make sense? I don't want to stomp noobs. Like, that's the same thing. Anybody that's followed me from Smite, I think would absolutely expect that. Anybody that's new to me from Deadlock, like, we did the same thing in Smite, where I'd regularly have a second account for the really dumb shit, and then a main account for the not so dumb shit. And it's because I'd be up sitting around Masters, GM, and Smite, and, you know, normally assuming we're getting remotely decent matchmaking, which is a little harder in Smite, to be fair. We're not going to be able to build absolutely troll shit.
Let's go.
So, my team was bullying the shit out right here, man. If we can spawn camp them, we're gonna do it. I know it's kind of fucked up. I know they don't deserve it, these poor people. But I gotta do, yeah, 17 kill streak right now. I gotta get my dagger kills, man. I gotta get my stupid dagger kills. I'm sitting here waiting on like any chance at Echo Shard, but it feels like we're not gonna get it in time because they're ending. And then, that was tragic. Literally 1 HP. And we're gone. Literal 1 HP, guys. She actually had to be like single digits, man. I did absolutely potato as well, by the way. I won't pretend I didn't. I should have just straight up killed her. But she was so low and she gets in for the ult there. Which, by the way, mad respect to get that low and then dash in for the ult there. Because if I didn't potato, she's going down. Such a ballsy move. Mad respect. So, they should be able to wrap it up right here. I'm assuming this is the end of the game. They were having a lot of fun spawn camping here. Or at least Bebop was. Getting up in the air, doing the orbital cannon build or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, that'll do it.
Wait,
So that is the proper look at nap time Haze. 17-1-8 should have been 18-0-8 if I didn't troll at the end right there. That's what we're gonna do with it. We do, I think, top damage. Yeah, we do top damage. Which doesn't inherently mean a whole lot, but like the fact that we're able to do top damage building that much. Oh my god, I trolled the intro. Hang on. All right, my bad. Outro, I should have said. Yeah, normally, like, I have this, whenever I'm doing the post commentary, I have this set up in Premiere that I edit through, and then I forgot and had my outro right there, so I just had my outro, like, blare into my ears as I started trying to finish off the video. But this is such a pick build. It's actually crazy to be able to do top damage with it, and I think it really goes to show, while it's definitely not meta, how actually disgusting this build is, man. It's so funny. It's so much fun to play around, and it's capable of doing such stupid things that it is legitimate nightmare fuel if you get hit by it. But of course, it comes at the giant downside is if you're grouped enough, if your team's paying enough attention, if you as the Haze, your team's not doing enough, you're just nerfing your ultimate potential, your team fight potential. But if you can catch those stray picks, or at least their team is distracted enough in a team fight that you can commit the time to just dropping somebody with the double dagger, then you can just get those instant one-shots, unavoidable kills that are absolutely disgusting and so much fun to play around. So it's a really cool build. As usual in the video description, if you guys want to try the build, this is one that I've definitely cooked up quite a bit, and I'll have like in the like second line of the YouTube description or whatever, I'll have the name you can look up in game if you guys want to try it out for yourselves. But thank you all for watching. Hopefully you all enjoyed the video, and I will see you all in the next one.
I've been seeking for the glory. Say my name. And I've been trying to write my own story in the search for fame. I'm sitting here in this empty room. Walls keep tumbling down.